Hello, welcome back with another video. This is the Spiritual Goatee. I would like to thank everyone for their likes, shares, subscribes, views, comments, any contributions that you guys make towards the channel is greatly appreciated. I'm going to go ahead and get into the messages. Thank you. I'm getting the energy of distraction, so that's just what came to my mind, that someone may be allowing things, circumstances, situations, people, habits, thoughts, addictions to kind of throw you off. So it is distracting you, or this is something that you may be now coming out of. Capricorn came out Hermits. So yes, I am showing that family dynamic. So it could be a someone could be limiting what they believe is possible about themselves. I am getting the energy of someone in some type of loop and are unaware that they are in a cycle. This may be a cycle, a repetitive cycle that has been going on for a while. I am getting the energy of between 1 to 5 years. It also could be a cycle or a pattern that has been going on since you were about 15 years old or since 2015. There may be something that you wanted to stop or kind of gain control over, but for some reason, confirmation, but for some reason you somehow keep getting pulled back into this spiral. It could be materialism. So I know that if someone has Capricorn in their chart, or you have Capricorn highly aspected, materialism may be something that may be present. You tend to be a workaholic, and so you may be working towards just buying nice things, just having the things that you want, but it is something that is mainly focused on your wants versus your needs. You may be a person that only likes certain things, and we as Capricorns do like the finer things, but so most times people tend to realize that if you're doing it just for the things and not really living your life according to your purpose or what you're here to do, or what makes you happiest, then sometimes that can cause you to go into a depression or a cycle of just getting to the bag but not dealing or addressing any other issues in your life. Sometimes people tend to work to avoid the things that they need to heal within themselves, as far as your mental and emotional. You may feel like you are restricted, or you have been restricted. There's also things regarding sexuality. There may be a cycle of where you are always interacting or coming into contact with people that you guys form some type of toxic attachment or bond with each other, and it may be stimulated, or the bond may be able to be connected due to you guys sharing your DNA with each other. So there's also maybe a cycle that you may be coming out of, or you may be in right now, where you feel like You have some highs, and then all of a sudden you get a lot of lows. And some of you guys may be in an energy where you're feeling like you're exhausted, where you're feeling like you're getting more lows, experiencing more lows in your life versus the highs. Some of you guys may be feeling like you are restricted, like you are in some type of toxic cycle or loop that you cannot get out of because it keeps replaying over and over again. Some of you guys may be involved in some sort of violence, where you may be in a situation where you guys are fighting with a partner or a loved one. You guys could be using your hands to display the violence, or your words. Your words can be violent. So whether you guys are disrespecting each other, talking down to each other, and that is a sense to me, a form of violence as well, because people think words don't hurt, but words do hurt. So that is something that you guys could be experiencing, as well as, again, depression and negative thinking. You know, if you have that Capricorn energy in your chart, that you will go through different periods of depression. And I am getting the energy of maybe there's a depressive energy in a family dynamic or something like that. There may have been betrayal within this bond that you may have shared with someone. That may have caused you to go into negative thinking patterns, to go into a depression. I am getting that you decided to go into hermit mode. You wanted to find out some answers about your life. What are some of the generational curses that you need to break in your life? So you may have went to solitude and really thought about that. Like, the things that I'm doing, is this something that has been replaying over and over again in past generations? Is this something that I need to look at and I need to put a stop to? Some of you guys are being called to say that you are some of the strongest ones in your family, and so it is your job to break the generational curse. It's your job to break these generational curses of bondage, of feeling restricted, of not even open up yourself sexually, because you may have experienced a lot of sexual trauma as a child. And if you have, I'm right there with you, and I do want to tell you, that wasn't your fault, and it's never too late to get some help for that, because what happens is we tend to still involve ourselves sexually with people and thinking we're having fun or just trying to connect, and it usually ends up in an unhealthy way if we didn't address some of the childhood sexual issues that we may have had. I'm getting that you guys are doing a lot of soul searching. You may be coming out of this, because I'm getting the number 9, where it's coming to a completion of where you had to go within, and maybe you had to think about these things, and maybe you had to take a step back and say, look, I'm doing some of the same addictions as my family. I'm thinking the same negative thought patterns as such and such. I see myself going into the same toxic loops that I keep doing over and over again, and it seems like my life is replaying in some type of, I'm on a hamster wheel. And I think that I'm walking and I'm moving forward, but really the wheel is just turning and I'm stuck in the same spot. So yes, I am getting that you guys had to go within to seek the answers that you needed for your life. You actually went and talked to the Most High, going within, praying, meditating, centering yourself. You actually can hear God talk to you very clearly. And you know that you don't need to ask somebody what's going on or what you need to do. You know that God will tell you directly what you need to do. I'm getting that you've had to have patience in this cycle that you went through or you're coming out of. You had to withdraw from people, places, or things in order to even take a step back and get a different perspective on what's been going on in your life. A light has been shown. I'm getting a light has been shown. I'm getting that you showed your own life. You, the Most High, really, through the Most High. But a light has been shown on the things that you needed to work on within yourself, the things that may have been hidden, the things that you're hiding from other people, the things that you don't even want to face when you're alone by yourself. So I'm getting that energy. I am getting that you realize that you are confident, you're very talented, and a part of your confidence was because you know that you are talented in a lot of things. Capricorn, so we could say Capricorns, we could talk about all the negative things and the addictions and things like that, but we can also talk about Capricorns in that higher perspective where we embrace freedom. We don't want to be tied down. We don't want to control someone nor have someone control us. That the actual Capricorn energy as well explores their dark thoughts instead of running away from your dark thoughts or keeping them bottled in or just keeping secrets from your own dang on self. The Capricorns that are in higher vibrations actually see that, you know, these are my thoughts. Why am I thinking this? What's causing it? How does it make me feel? Things like that. Also, dark thoughts, meaning your shadow side, embracing your shadow side, embracing the things, because everybody has light and dark. Everybody has that positive and negative. So embracing the things that maybe others may see as dark, but you don't, you know, or maybe you didn't think it was dark, but others do. You know what I meant, vice versa. Things that other people think maybe you might have thought it was dark and maybe you don't. So I just getting the energy that people are exploring and really seeing and trying to figure out who they are. You also know that high vibrating Capricorns, they overcome the things that is holding them back. So there may be a lot of things that you may feel like, man, if I could only do this, I would be better. Or if I could, you know, or procrastination is something that is maybe a downside or something that you may look at as a negative thing. You are embracing it. You're going in it. You're saying, hey, instead of waiting to the last second or saying I can put this off for tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and take the initiative and do it today. I'm also getting that high vibrating Capricorns have that love independence. So regardless of who you're with, where you're with, whatever, independence is one of the most important things, just because you know that if you can't depend on nobody else, you have yourself, you have the Most High. And so Capricorns tend to want to have financial stability, emotional stability, all the above, so that they don't have to depend on someone else. Also, you realize that you are very powerful and you reclaim your power every day. You call your power back. You realize that giving away your power, whether you're giving it away intentionally or unintentional, will harm you, and it actually brings you down and drags you down. So I'm getting that coming out of the hermit mode, you are realizing that you are a person that is very warm. People see you as someone of royalty, of high status, whether they know you or don't know you. So I do want to give this side note. If you have people that's coming in your life or people that's been in your life for a while and they're still trying to make you prove yourself to them after they've been knowing you for a while, after they've been knowing you for years, months, yes, sometimes it does take us a while to get to know someone, but real recognizes real. Ain't that what the saying goes? So it shouldn't take people that long to recognize who you are unless they're not real themselves, or they're not in tune with themselves. So I'm getting the energy where you're very emotionally intelligent. You can pick up on things, you know, when people are fake, you know, when people are phony, you know, when people don't have the best intentions for you. By you knowing that, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition at all times, because you can get sort of manipulated into different situations, staying around in situations, going back to situations, and it won't be for your best. It's going to be because you're allowing someone to say, hey, I still need time for you to prove yourself to me. And so then you just stick around. And I'm here to tell you, I've done that, where I've tried to prove myself to somebody for many years, and that person still turned around, snaked me, and still didn't even see me for who I totally was. So at the end of the day, by taking that mask off, guys, and presenting your real self from out the gate, and that's with anybody, any situation, even at work, people know where they stand with you. And if they do cross you, you know that you've already set out your boundaries. You already told them what you're willing to put up with and what you're willing to not put up with. And once they actually make the decision to cross you, they'll have to deal with those consequences. Karma does come around for everyone. So, people see you as a very confident person, a social butterfly. So again, the Capricorn energy may come across as shy, and I really, maybe as a child, and maybe when you like someone and you're getting to know someone and you got a crush on somebody, you may come across as shy. But let's be clear, Capricorns ain't shy. We can be social butterflies. We are very, for lack of better words, we can run that game. You know what I'm saying? We know how to make people feel good. We know how to make people feel like they are important, they are seen, they are heard. The Capricorn energy makes people feel warm, like they can open up, that they can trust. So again, look at and observe the people that are around you. If they don't feel those emotions from you, and that's okay. Maybe you're not high vibrating. Maybe you need to go raise your vibrations. Maybe you need to go and look at yourself and see what's going on. But if you're a high vibrating Capricorn, they should know off top who you are. You know, you're very energetic and you do things from the heart. So, a lot of fire in your chart, a lot of passion. You might have a lot of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy in your chart. I am channeling someone that is mostly fire and earth. The number 9 and the number 15 is significant for you. Let me get my other deck of cards to clarify. And I hope y'all are having a great day. And that came off first. Yep. I'm getting that when you were, or if you are right now in situations where you feel like you're bonded to them, or maybe you're in a sexual connection with someone, or some type of partnerships or anything, or you feel like you're depressed or anything, that causes you to feel like you have a lack of success, that you're not successful in the areas of your life by being in that energy. It also will then result into stagnation. So things in your life will not be moving forward until you get out of that low vibrational Capricorn energy, where you face your shadow side. Since, you know, I am reading for Capricorn energy, mostly, yes, you will need to check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That fits here. You may feel burdened. There's people out here that feels burdened right now, or they did feel like that, dealing with this partnerships, this family situation, this love situation, this job situation. Something's off. I'm not for sure. You would have to be the person that determines where, what's the scenario that you are facing at this time. You might be facing a scenario of all three, where your job, somebody you're fucking with, and your mind state may be a little bit off. It may be stagnated. It may need to be addressed right now at this time. I'm getting that you may feel like you don't even have the energy to complete tasks that you once had passion and fire for. So I am getting on the bottom of the deck, the Fool. So you want a new start, but you're still in the energy of doubt, fear, worry, stress, anxiety. You lack of commitment. So got to come out of that low vibrational Capricorn energy. Got to work through it, not work it off. You can go to work all day long. That don't mean that you healing yourself because you got a job, because you got money in your bank. I'm talking to the Capricorns that realize that healing ain't just by going, you're not going to heal going to work. You can work all the hours you want. Then when you come home after being exhausted, after putting in all these hours for work, when do you have time to address your mental health? When do you have time to address your spiritual health? When do you have time to address your emotional health? I'm talking to the people that's running away from the healing, that's turning to addictions to pacify whatever is going on that you're not addressing in your life. A lot of you guys are attracting your addictions, your unhealthy habits, your unhealthy thoughts because of what? You keep repeating the same patterns. Why? Because you're not taking time out. Because you don't have no time. Because you're too busy focused on getting to the bag. Capricorn energies are, and I don't care, you don't have to be a Capricorn. I'm not just talking to Capricorns, because I know a lot of people right now that are not Capricorns, that got Capricorn in their chart, and they workers, and they not taking time out for that mental health and that emotional health. Something that you probably never took time out for your whole entire life. You might have grew up with a family who did not address emotions and feelings, don't even know what to do with it now. And you never took time out to deal with it. So I'm talking to someone here that is causing you, that could be delaying your success. Yeah, you're a successful person. You could be a successful person within your own right. But you can have so much more if you did the inner work, if you turn away from some of these addictions, so that you can help your depressive mood swings or your negative thinking, so you won't feel like you're trapped in a situation. Clarify the Hermit, Most High. Okay, got 2 cards coming out. So again, I'm getting new beginnings again. Good news is coming in. Because, yeah. So y'all went through a tough period. Somebody here. And again, these are general messages. So take what leaves and what does not. Don't take on this. Don't take on nobody else's baggage. We got enough baggage of our own. Leave that where it is. But I'm talking to somebody who is coming out of an energy. It's a stronghold. Something had a stronghold on you. Number 6, I'm getting families. I'm getting, this is generational. Something about something in your family. Something about generational curses. Something about maybe your relationships and how you interact with people, what you're willing to put up with, lack of boundaries, something. Somebody has went through something very, very hard. I'm getting the energy of anxiety right now. So y'all might be feeling that anxiety, borderline and depression. Because, you know, once you get anxious, then the next thing is to depression. That's why I call it anxiety and depression. Y'all might have been living in fear. Had a lot of worry over what was going on in your own personal life. The number 21 may be significant to somebody out there. I'm getting a lot of stress, a lot of feeling overwhelmed, burdened. Some of y'all may felt like y'all was at a breaking point, especially if you felt like you had a lack of success or you know, Capricorn. So this is falling out on that Capricorn energy. You already know. Capricorns rule this earth. You know, that's why they say, as far as working and stuff, as far as materialism, as far as the earthly realm, Capricorn is a ruler. That's why they even call us the devil. Why? Because Satan was sent here on earth. But anyway, so that's and also just even referencing Satan. We all know that Satan wasn't always bad, you know, and so everybody has a light and a dark side. And I say that to say, who's in that Satan energy? Who came down here and is living straight like a human, that's indulging in addictions, habits, sex with everybody, smoking, drinking, partying, depression, violence. Who's out here who got all of it? Somebody out here. Somebody out here has been indulging in a lot of satanic things, and people say satanic, yeah, because if you're doing stuff that's destroying yourself, not only destroying others, but you're destroying your own self, that's demonic. And I'm getting into some type of entity attachment that's causing you, that's gonna keep causing you to feel like you ain't successful, that you're stagnated, that you have not made any progress. Why? Because we need to address our shadow side. We can't work it out. I'm telling you. I know for a fact, being a Capricorn, you can't work. All the hours in the world ain't going to help what you really need to heal. So you can work. You can make as much money as you want. You can have as much money as you want. Don't mean that you're going to be happy. There's a lot of people that commit suicide and they millionaires. They rich. Or whatever the case may be. Depression don't run from nobody, you know. Ain't nobody too good or too rich or whatever, too big or too fine or got the best set. You still can face depression. But I am getting that you may have been feeling like you've come to a breaking point, that you may not be able to cope with life or what's going on with you. It's something that was really overwhelming. I'm getting this energy. I'm also getting an entity attachment that could have been placed on you by somebody, or like I said, something that has been going on in your family for a long time, something that you've been battling yourself with for a long time. You could have been battling this or noticed that you've been having anxiety since you was about 9 years old, 15. Something traumatic could have happened to you, which brought about the anxiety. You may have been in situations where you may have felt unsafe. Capricorns have to work on that because the Capricorn energy experiences trauma between the ages of 1 and 8. And the trauma root chakra. So Capricorns is also the root chakra. Your first base, dealing with sex, dealing with your energy, dealing with stability, dealing with comfort. I am. Some of y'all need to work on who are you. Need to write the statement I am, and then you fill it in with who you are. A lot of y'all need to really work on that root chakra, dealing with that sex organ. Again, I'm getting a lot of sexual trauma. I'm getting a lot of incest. I'm getting a lot of things that you got exposed to that you should have never got exposed to. And I do want to apologize that you had to go through that. But at the same time, this is things that need to be healed within you, even when you're dealing with other people. If you don't feel safe with someone, you shouldn't be having sex with them. If you don't feel like, confirmation, spiritual burps. If you don't feel a sense of comfort, if you feel like your energy is being drained around certain people, if you feel like you're in a relationship and you feel unstable, that is going to affect the Capricorn energy, whether you like it or not. You can try to run from it. You can try to work through it. You can keep staying in the situation, staying with these people. It's going to affect you. So I'm getting someone needs to work on affirmations, starting with I am, to work on that root chakra. I'm also getting someone needs to get blue turquoise. And this is one of mine I lost, but this is my other one right here. And this is a turquoise stone. That's for Capricorns. And somebody needs to work with that so that you can balance yourself out. You can really address some past childhood issues. And you can really get that root chakra where it needs to be. And get your energy levels up. So if you are feeling depressed, if you are feeling like there's a lack of progress, if you do feel like you haven't achieved anything, you will be able to get your energy up and you will feel stable once you stabilize that root chakra. So basically what I'm saying in a nutshell is you got to work on the inside before anything shows on the outside. If you're unbalanced on your inside, you're not going to feel stable. You're not going to feel like you've completed anything on the outside. So I'm talking to someone that needs to go within. A lot of y'all might be dealing with guilt, remorse, regret. And it's like all those emotions, yes, you need to really address why you feel this way, what caused it, things like that. But you need to work through those. Because those emotions aren't going to get you anywhere when it's time to move forward. So I am getting, though, that someone is coming out of feeling that anxiety and remorse and guilt. And it's going to bring an outpouring of good news. You're going to be starting something new because you're coming out of these energies of lack mindset. You are going to feel enthusiastic when you are starting some type of new project or situation or relationship. It's got the potential and for growth. This could even be something that is going to bring a new challenge to you because you may have been in an energy where you may have felt bored. So some of y'all, somebody out here might not have went through any of this. Some of y'all may have already worked on your healing and you're just in a place where you're bored. It's like, okay, I've healed myself, healing never ends, but I've healed myself to a certain level. I want a new change. I feel like I've been stuck in the same energy and I just want something new. So new is coming in. And if you're still in this energy of feeling depressed or lack mindset or overwhelmed, you're going to miss out on your new beginning. So again, we have the power to change our lives, but are you going to do it? Queen of Wands. Something's coming in forward, fast. Yep. News is coming in. Like I said, good news, and it's coming in fast. It's coming in fast. So what do y'all want? What are y'all expecting? Where have y'all even wrote down what do you expect from yourself in the next 30 days, 90 days, 6 months? A year. I don't know. Something's coming in. It's very exciting. I'm actually getting chills down. So it's confirmation that it's definitely coming in because y'all went through a rough ass period. And it almost made me cry as much as you went through. People around you didn't even know. I'm pretty sure at work you still kept your work going. You probably was still on top of your game. A lot of Capricorns be the best at whatever they do. I don't care if you work at the gas station, you work the shit out of that gas. You feel me? I don't care if you work at McDonald's, you work the shit out of them motherfucking McDoubles. Whatever you do, you're great at it. You put your best foot forward. In fact, work is the number one thing for the Capricorn. So it's like, yeah, you put all your energy into that. So that's why I'm talking to the people that do that. I'm one of them people where I'm good at every job. I ain't never had no boss really, say that I was just lacking. But at the end of the day, there's always room for improvement. And I just say that to say, yeah, you're a bad mama jamma, or you're a bad brother when you go to work. When you go home, when you're alone, when you're by yourself. Do you go to that prayer room? Do you go to a spot where you can quiet your mind and you can actually talk to God and actually tell God what you want? Have you ever sat there and quieted your mind and talked to yourself and said, what do I want? What do I expect out of myself? What can I do to make my life better? Whatever it is, go ahead and start getting the idea of that. Like I said, news is coming in and it's coming in fast. Um, it's going to be, it may provide you with some type of freedom. It's something that you may have been working on for a long time, and it's finally gaining momentum. There may be something that comes up that you didn't expect. It's unexpected, and so you had to think quick. You got to think quick on your feet. But you'll be able to do that. Something that or someone that may have told you no before is telling you yes now. So something that was once a no is going to be a yes. If there's some jobs or something that you've passed up on and it wasn't a good time then, it's a good time now. So it's coming in and it's coming in fast. It is something dealing with creativity. It's something that you're maybe passionate about. It also may be someone you're passionate about. I'm also getting the Ace of Pentacles, bam, on the bottom of the deck. So it says pouring again, potential for abundance, outpouring of abundance. Expect some traveling news that's going to come to you fast. It's going to bring financial new beginnings. It may be a new job. It may be a new business venture. It may be something that you've invested in that now you're going to finally see the fruits of your investments. I'm getting something that's going to allow you to have a savings, that's going to allow you to get your finances back on track if someone is experiencing financial setbacks. It's going to provide security and stability. This is something that is going to provide a lot of abundance, and it's something that you have been manifesting. I'm getting that, like I said, I'm getting pentacles. It's something that you love to do that's going to bring in a lot of security. This is justice for you, baby girl, baby boy. This is justice for you. Again, I'm getting heavy energy where y'all have went through hell and back and you ain't even told nobody because you feel like telling somebody for what? Can't nobody help you out of your situation but God, and you already talked to God. And if you haven't, you need to. I don't see how people are walking on this earth and can't talk to God or don't know God or don't want to. Who else you got here? Because these humans, we all growing. We all trying to learn. We all got things that we working through. And sometimes you're not going to get what you need from these people. They might not have it to give. People can only give you what they got. God is the one that you're supposed to be leaning on. Your mother and your father. Your heavenly mother and father. Not even these earthly parents can we just solely depend on to comfort us in our times of need. To be there for us. They only can be there for us at the capacity that they have. That they know. That they've been exposed to. So this is something that's coming in that you've been manifesting. It's going to bring a lot of freedom again. It's something that you've thought of that is original. It's an original idea, but it's justice coming in because you've went through a lot. And you fought a lot to get out of that Capricorn depth, low vibrational energy, especially being a Capricorn. I'm getting people always misjudge you. You always the one, even the Capricorn energy period is always the one where people misunderstand you. Were we the underdogs? We didn't ask to be. You'll stay in your own lane and you still come out as the underdog. Why? Because people refuse to see you for who you are. People already form their opinion, especially I'm getting materialistic. They may see you as having nice clothes or nice things or thinking you all that and better than, and they don't even know that you down to earth, that you grounded, and that you don't give a damn about how other people got how they rock. You too busy focused on how you rock. These is for the people that have been misunderstood, where people just refuse to see you for who you are, where people just they want to, whatever they thought about you, whatever opinion they formed about you, they just refuse to change. They refuse to admit that they was wrong about you. You are getting justice. You're going to get fairness in your life. Whatever has been going on is going to be balancing out. You know that you have morals. You know that you got to be connected with people that's like you. Let your intuition help you set your boundaries. You're a person of honor and integrity. If people try to ruin your reputation, your character, it will speak for itself. Balance is coming in the situation. Justice. You're going to have to make a lot of decisions coming up. A lot of decisions. But again, believe in your power. Your power is very important. It's yours. And you can choose to give it to who and what you want to give it to. It's your power. You have to decide what's best for you. There's going to be a lot of progress coming in. Partnerships. People that you're going to have to make a decision. Are they good enough to be with you? Since people don't like you anyway. Say this to yourself. So people is so gung-ho on misunderstanding you and judging you. Who are you? What you want to do? Are they good enough to be in your life? Do they have morals? Or are they bringing good energy, matching your energy? Or are they bringing you down and they sucking the living hell crap out of your freaking energy? This is the stuff we need to tell ourselves. Man, it's like it's a lot, especially being misunderstood, and then people got the nerve to come and judge you when you ain't judging nobody else. People so gung-ho on misunderstanding the Capricorn, and the Capricorn ain't even thinking about you. We too busy making money. How about that? And it ticks me off because most of the time when people ask you, even your zodiac sign, what's your zodiac sign? They say Capricorn, they already like, oh, God. The devil. The devil. Okay, so you are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. You are loved. There's people out here, these Capricorns, y'all, I know y'all go through this period, especially when you are the underdog, when you are the person where people come to you in probably droves, groups to take you down. Because, shit, usually when you have beef with somebody, they got to bring a friend or two. They can't stand alone. And I'm getting the Capricorn energies that I'm talking to right now. You stand alone. You don't need a whole group of motherfuckers with you. You feel me? You are loved, so yeah, it's going to feel like you ain't got nobody because you riding alone. You the lone wolf. You used to being alone, so shit. The way you might have protected yourself is like, shit, don't nobody love me. You might have been telling yourself, what am I here for? So I'm getting somebody's been asking themselves this week, past days or whatever, what's my purpose here, God? Why am I here? Because I'm in bondage. I ain't going nowhere. I don't feel love. I ain't got no success. So somebody was woe is me energy. But I'm here to tell you, don't fuck it up. You here for a reason. The Most High didn't put you here for nothing. Where is your sense of humor? So somebody needs to laugh out here. You feel me? Somebody needs a good laugh. Good laugh. Because Capricorn energies can come across as very serious, poker face, things like that. And it's like, somebody need to laugh. Somebody's taking things too serious. Somebody's taking what's going on too serious. You need to remember that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So these things that's going on in your human body, come on now. It is something that may affect you, but it shouldn't affect you as deeply, because you remember, you have to go back to remembering you are a spiritual being and the Most High is on your side. It is hard. It does feel like you're alone. It may feel like you're not loved, but you know you are loved. You know you loved. You are going through some tough shit. So, yep, that's what I said. Everybody has their turn. So, yeah, you had your turn. And Capricorns, you probably had that turn a million motherfucking times where, shit, you going through some tough ass shit. But I'm telling you, somebody's coming out of this energy. Things are balancing out. You're going to have a sense of freedom. Something may have been going on regarding work. Yeah. Some may have had, some changes may have came about very quickly regarding employment. Regarding something that's coming in too. It's going to be just as quick as something went out in your life. Something quick. Something new is coming in. So whoever's worried about things that they lost, do not worry about things that's lost. That's your past. If it's supposed to come back around, it will. And also, what was I going to say about the past? I was going to reference the Bible. Don't keep turning somebody, because this is a retrograde period, and this is where we're supposed to probably some past lessons are coming back right now. And even regarding finances, this might be something that you really need to hone in. It's like, hey, every time I do this addiction, every time I fuck with this person, every time I go here, every time I think like this, it's affecting my stability. It's affecting my money. It's affecting my ability to move forward. And so recognizing that it's retrograde period, this is the time for you to look at your past behaviors, your past mannerisms, your past actions, your past thoughts, and really see how you can improve. So going forward, you know, you won't have to keep revisiting the same shit over and over again. You won't have to keep repeating these same lessons over and over again. We want to move forward, not backwards. And even referencing the Bible, when you turn to the past, you turn into a grain to some salt. And that's just saying that sometimes all that's in the past is just going to piss you off and make you salty. You know, it's going to leave you salty. So some things that may have been in the past should stay in the past. You have to be the one to really decide and really sit with yourself and know what should stay dead and what should be revived. So even on this situation, I'm getting somebody loves you. Somebody cares about you. Somebody that may make you laugh. Somebody that you may felt like you had nobody, but actually, you know, they've always saw you. They've always could have been a support for you through your tough times, but you didn't want anyone to support you. You may have been in that independent energy where nobody can help you. Nobody understands you. And what I'm going to tell you for anyway, you ain't going to do nothing about it. And you're pushing away love. Allow yourself to laugh. Allow yourself to just face the fact that you're going through some tough stuff, and everybody does. You're not exempt from it, Capricorn energy. You are loved. God loves you. If nobody on this earth love you, your mother and your father loves you. So let me get an angel message. Ooh. And then I'm getting at the bottom of the deck before I go to the angel message. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a professional. Somebody need to go get some therapy. Because if you're repeating the same things over and over and over again, and you see yourself as in some type of loop and you don't know how to get out of it, go get some professional help. I know a lot of people I done talk to, they don't want to talk to a therapist. They feel like, oh, I'm just going to talk to my people. I'm just going to talk to Big Mama. I'm just going to talk to these same people going to tell you something fucked up and toxic only because they only know the shit that they've been in, the shit that they experienced, the stuff they only know as far as they know. So even if they telling you even if they mean well, they gave you the best advice that they knew how to give you. You feel me? But that don't mean that that's good for you. They don't mean that that's good for you. Just talking to, and also Capricorn energy. Hey, a lot of people will tell us some stuff and we think they love us and they telling us not for our good. They not helping us and they doing it on purpose. So you can't always just take the advice of your family and friends, because some of these people may have betrayed you. So why would you take advice from somebody that betrayed you? Now, is we going to let them sit at the table and say, I know that we got a Judas amongst us. Somebody here betrayed. Yeah, because most of the time we let you walk right into that. The same plot, the same grave you dig for a Capricorn, you'll be digging for your damn self. Because a Capricorn is always one step ahead of you. So, positivity, faith, and optimism. Yep, again, I'm getting a lot of Leo in your chart. Whoever this is, you could be a Leo and got Capricorn in your chart. But you open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. So again, like I said, since y'all about to get some quick news coming in, you really need to set your intentions right now. What are you expecting? What you want? Make sure it's good. Do your I am affirmations so that you can really build that confidence and keep that confidence going. Words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. So we need to really speak positive over our situations as well as what's going on around us. I'm getting empath energy where you're feeling that people's hurting, you feeling people poor, you feeling the lack, you feeling it from other people and from yourself as well. But remember, you've went through this your whole life. Capricorns train for this. They whole lives have real hard childhoods and things like that where we have to grow up fast. And some of us may not have, but a lot of Capricorns have went through a lot. And it's like you've been training for this your whole life. You've been through bad stuff before and you've come out of it. There's things that you wanted that you didn't have that you prayed for and you got it. So you know how you've seen the bottom. Now it's time to see the top. And even if you've never seen the top, where you want it, that's where we need to practice manifesting. That's where we need to see ourselves in a brighter light, a bigger light. That's where we need to talk ourselves into this life that we want. And then follow it by actions. It says block out distractions. So again, I was channeling that at the beginning. Some of y'all are distracting yourselves with work and maybe even with negative thoughts. Your thoughts are it's overwhelming y'all. I'm getting overthinkers. Some of y'all need to meditate so that y'all can, it's not going to stop your thoughts, but at least it'll calm it down and it'll help you feel like you have a solution and more peaceful. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. So yeah, y'all might have been getting a lot of distractions with people at work, things that, like I said, you feeling like you have a lack of success. So you're even allowing your depression to distract you from what you're supposed to be doing. You already know what these distractions are. And if you have the power to responsibly block them out, do so. You do. So, yeah, somebody need to block out distractions because it's causing you, or it was at the time, or it could be, or it will be in the future. Block out those distractions. I've been getting this message a couple times where people are distracted. There's power in prayer. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, to be open and be open to miracles. So give it over to God. God can help you through it all. I said we have mothers and fathers, whether you feel alone and you're not loved by nobody else on this earth, you loved by the Most High, if nobody else. So give it over to God. So guys, that's the T. You know, the T is, what's up with you? Seems like I'm getting depressed on here. I'm getting anxious on here. I'm getting someone that feels like they've been questioning what's their purpose on earth and why and woe is me, and not thinking about suicide, God forbid, you guys, but thinking about, like, what would it be like if you wasn't here? Would anybody even notice? Would anybody even care? And I'm here to tell you, everyone is important. You are loved. You need to laugh through this stuff, because eventually you'll look back on what you're going through and you'll say, I overcame that. I went through it and I overcame that. There's people that's had a lot of trauma, and you can say, I survived the trauma, and now I went from surviving to thriving from the trauma. I've turned my pain into power. I've turned my pain into money. I now make money from my story of how I overcame things. I am a living testimony. I have a story to tell. You are this high priest or high priestess. The Most High does reveal the mysteries to you. You are directly tapped into the higher source. Even when you in your shadow side, even when you went from Lucifer to Satan, let's be clear. When you allowed your ego to get you in some stuff that you probably you wasn't ready for. Some of y'all had to pray to God to get out of these situations that you caused amongst yourself. You brought it upon yourself on some of these situations. Some of y'all need to talk to God right now. There's power in prayer. Don't let nobody tell you that it's not. And if they think so, that's cool. We're not here to try to change somebody's opinion. People gonna think what they want to think. As long as you know that there's power in prayer. As long as you know that Most High is on your side at all times. Here for you. Got your back. Your friend. You're confident. You're ride or die. Ain't gonna tell your secrets. You can talk to her at any time of the day. Don't even need a telephone. So that's the tea, y'all. Keep working on yourself. Keep praying. Keep blocking out the distractions. Keep saying words of affirmation. Whatever you're listening to, don't let it distract you. Again, if you have to have some type of noise, make sure that it is something that's positive, or just, listen to instrumentals or white noise or something where you're not directly listening to other people's words and then their emotions and feelings and what they think and what they're manifesting is going to affect you. You can't allow that. Block it out and continue to pray, okay? All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Bye.